my loves, welcome to Event Tea at the Picnic Yard, and in this month of July we're going to be discussing themes and colors for event styling. So we're going to be discussing the concept of event themes, the different event themes for different kinds of events, the color palettes for the various themes for events, and colors and what they signify in terms of event planning and styling. So let's get sipping. Like I said earlier, for today's tea, we're going to be talking about event theme. So what now is the theme of an event? The theme of an event is the central idea around your event styling. It is the heart and the soul of your event styling, or even the general event experience. The theme of an event is like the visual and emotional story you want to tell with your event and the styling. So when I say visual, you're talking about what you see when a guest walks into your event. What do they see? And then by the time you put everything together in the event, including the activities, what do they feel? So basically your event theme answers the question, what are my guests supposed to say when they walk into this event, and how are they supposed to feel? The emotion your event evokes all comes from the theme of an event. The theme of your event influences all the decisions, or most of the decisions that you make for your event to a very large extent. Your decision about venue, color palette, even down to the fonts you use for your print media, your signage, your menu and food styling, down to the outfit that the guests wear to the event actually is determined by the theme of the event, because we can't be doing a Mediterranean themed event and then people are going to be dressing for boohoo chic, or you understand. So all the entirety of your event is determined by the theme of the event. So how do we choose and determine what the theme of an event is going to be? Elements of the theme of your event, they include: one, the concept of your styling. It can be garden romance, boohoo chic, Mediterranean. It could also be old money aesthetics. You may also want to do something that is like akin to your area or your culture. Say, okay, you want to do an Asoebi themed birthday party. Then we have the mood. This talks about the emotions that you want to evoke with your event. Do you want it to be nostalgic? You want it to be futuristic? Then the color palette, that's the next element of your theme. These are the colors that are going to be obvious in your event styling. So according to your theme, you know what colors you want to do. Or if I wanted to do a La Dolce Vita themed party, I'll be looking at colors in the lines of blues and yellows and white hues. Lastly is the design element. So you're going to be looking at the various objects that are going to be part of your event design. So if you want to do like we're talking about vintage, modern, futuristic, minimalist, maximalist, these are the elements of your event theme. So how do you curate your event theme? There are certain questions you have to answer before you can determine what your event theme, or if this theme is suitable for your event. So the first is, what kind of event are you planning? Is it just a simple brunch for you and your friends, or you're hosting your family for a dinner, or it's a birthday party, a bridal shower, or an intimate wedding? Answering this question will determine what theme is suitable for your event, because a theme that is suitable for a birthday may not necessarily be suitable for a bridal shower. Say for example, something blue before I do is suitable for a bridal shower, but it is not a birthday theme. While you can maneuver the theme in a way or that will be suitable for another kind of event, there are certain things you have to change to make it work for that kind of event. So basically what I'm trying to say is, different kinds of events have themes that apply to them. They interchange, others are not interchangeable. Next is, who is this event for? Because at the end of the day, when you're planning an event, everything centers around the client you're planning for. So the theme that you choose, you have to run through with the clients, and they have to also decide that it is what they want. Or sometimes the clients, they come knowing what they want. So the theme has to be tailored in such a way that it accommodates what the clients want and makes them happy. happy. And then also you consider the age of the client and their personality. So you cannot be planning a birthday party for a child, or for a child, and then you're doing this thing, top 30 to me, or a teeny bit older. Those are not children themes. Those are themes that are more suitable for adults. So you're considering the client, their personality, their age, the purpose of the event. Another thing again you have to consider is what you have available. That's the resources that you can get either through rental or procurement, and then the budget of the customer, because all of these to actualize what your event design dream is and what the client will bodes heavily on the budget. So after deciding what the purpose of the event is for and who the event is for, the next thing to do is to decide on a style direction. So you will not know from the style direction whether you want to go minimalist, you want to go maximalist, whether you want to go modern or you want to go vintage. By the time you decide on this, then the next step is to decide what the color palette is going to be. Luckily for us, we have Pinterest, we have other resources online. You have this thing, OpenAI, ChatGPT. You can use these resources to curate to know what the color palette for your theme is. So by the time, say for example, you can go to ChatGPT and ask for the color palette for the particular theme you're trying to work on, and then you go to Pinterest to search for images that work with the theme you're trying to curate, so that you can have a visual representation of what you want to do. So now that you have your color palette and you have pictures, the next thing to do is to create a mood board. A mood board is so essential in event styling and planning because it puts everything you're doing in your event design into perspective, such that you're able to see the picture, the whole picture before you get to your event venue. 2, it helps you know the things that you need, the various elements of your styling that you have to look for, and know what is available and decide what you can substitute for. By the time you know these elements, you're also able to now make budgets according to availability, and then it also helps to make your consultation with your clients a whole lot easier because they get to see what you're going to be creating for them or something similar to that and know what to expect. So this will help them manage expectations and also help you guide during budgeting. After you have curated your mood board for your events, the next and final step to curating your event theme is to now add signature elements. These are the elements that are going to stand out and scream the theme of your event. So we're talking about things like maybe your centerpiece, the kind of tableware you choose, we're talking about the kind of fabric, the texture of the fabric you end up using, the accent pieces you add to your decor, the fonts for your design, menu cards, the kind of floral arrangements you're going to be using, whether you want your flowers to be flowers to be running, or you want your flowers in pedestals, the way you want your floral presentation to work, or you don't even want florals in your setup. So these are the design elements you're now going to consider and decide upon. After you have put all of this together, you have curated your event theme. So now that you now understand what an event theme is and how to curate your event theme, in our next episode of Event Tea at the Picnic Yard, we're going to be talking about different kinds of events and the themes that are suitable for them, and then the elements and color palettes of this theme. And that is going to be such an exciting and eye-opening episode. You don't want to miss it. So see you at our next Event Tea at the Picnic Yard, where we're going to be spilling hot tea on the different themes for events. Okay.